Hey guys, Sarah Ansberry. I am here in Dallas, Texas, just outside a place called Sunnyvale, and it is just after Christmas. I'm hoping for some sunshine today, but I really want to make sure we do have some clearance here on these courts. These are great. They're two courts that we're working on. It's mid-construction, so we are taking advantage of this right now to get some videos out to you. And today I want to share with you one of my one of my favorite exercises to work on paddle control, balance, movement, strength and conditioning. I personally, if you know me at all, I've got really bad knees, I've got a bad back, so I really need to work hard to work on using my legs properly. So what I love about this drill is you can do it at different rates. You can do it fast, you can do it slow, any of those types of things. But in this, what you're wanting to recognize is to do this at your pace. Like all the other things that we work on, we do this to see how we can move and how we can move better on the court. Okay? And mostly the things that we work on off the court, well, it makes it easier to move when we get into those point situations. So what this is we are practicing in our no volley zone. So I'm gonna use a line for this situation. And we're going to be practicing how to move to that ball in a dink or a low ball position, where it's a softer way to move, where it's not about jerking or punching or doing all these movements that, one, it makes that ball pop up off that paddle hard, but two, it can cause injuries and cause you to pull a muscle very quickly. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show this to you. When I have right here below me, I have a line, turning off from the opposite side of the net, but this is my no volley line. But I like to use this because the goal of having this line is so that I can always keep my paddle in front of the line. Okay? As always, maintaining our neutral zone has everything to do with being able to see your paddle in front, okay? But also making sure that we're able to be loose, okay? And what we can see what's in front of us. So how it starts, okay? We're basically in a movement where when we pivot to the ball and we're balanced and come back to our position. So we start, okay, in that little neutral zone position. Paddle goes down as we get into like a squat position. Now here, I'm not bending at my back, my butt's not sticking out. I want nice and loose, okay, about shoulder width, a little wider than shoulder width apart, as if I'm gonna be in my position. And I'm just gonna pretend that I'm dinking by just dropping my paddle nice and relaxed, okay? And then I come back in. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a 45-degree angle forward, okay, on my right leg, which is gonna be my forehand side, and I'm gonna lead with my paddle, as if, again, I'm gonna adjust my neutral zone and keep my ball in front of me and my contact in front. So I'm not like this or anything like that, but I'm nice and relaxed. So I've got my weight forward, okay, so on this front leg, off of my back leg, okay? And again, here's at an angle, so I'm not going directly in front or sideways, but I'm going at an angle towards the ball. I'm balanced, okay? And then I'm able to push back and come back in again, okay? The tendency for people when they step forward is they don't actually let that weight come off of the back foot. We want to be able to get that weight forward and let go so that when we're moving and stepping, say, into the kitchen, okay, we're using that step to help us hit a better ball, okay? It's not about hitting and punching and pulling away, okay? So we're taking that first step, okay, here and back in again, okay? Then we go again with that center lunge. You could say, even add something. Say, okay, I'm gonna take a forehand or I'm gonna take a backhand, okay? And then coming back up again, breathing, breathing, breathing. Okay, now I'm gonna pretend the ball's bouncing behind my neutral zone. I'm gonna take, again, a 45-degree angle backward, but I'm keeping that paddle in front, okay? I'm not back here. My elbow's extended from the shoulder, okay? And again, now my weight is off of my heel, okay, because I don't wanna fall backwards. I wanna be able to come back up into this position, okay? So there's my center again. And I come back down, okay? Now I'm gonna pretend I'm going to my backhand side, okay? The tough side, I know it, okay? Now I'm 45 degrees out, and again forward. So again, here I am, it's in front of me. Here's my neutral zone. When I'm stepping forward, I'm adjusting my neutral zone to this front knee, okay? So now it's right out here, it's balanced. Again, my weight's off my back foot, but I'm not taking these steps where I'm falling over, okay? Taking that lunge where I can come back up, take a breath, and then back down again, okay? And again, remember, we want that in front, okay? Here's our neutral zone, so that's where our paddle stays, okay? Now let's say, again, the ball's bouncing back and I've got to step back, so now I'm taking on the backhand side, okay? But here I am, my paddle stays in front of my line, okay? What I see happen all the time is this. Paddle goes back, Now this elbow gets all caught here and I'm off balance, okay? So we are working on, here's the neutral zone because here's my front knee out in front, okay? So I'll show you a little bit quicker. I'm gonna go all the way down, all the way out, breathing, breathing. All right, so that is first part, okay? I absolutely love this. I'm sorry, I can't say that enough because it really does work on so much. Even if you hate to work out or you hate to exercise, this will help your pickleball game, I guarantee you. Okay? And what it does, do this 2 to 3 times a week. It can take less than 5 minutes, okay? Now then you can add something. We all get caught on those side shots, okay? Especially tennis players or people who have a tendency to step across. We really want to get in the habit of being able to step outward to shift our weight, okay? But also be able to come back so we don't go all the way, okay? So now we're gonna do a side lunge, okay? And that's the same idea, okay? It's just all we're gonna do now is gonna be nice and relaxed. Weight goes out, paddle goes out, and then we come back. Weight goes out, paddle comes out, and then we come back, okay? And the same thing on the other side. Weight goes out, paddle comes out, okay? So all of this has to do with keeping that in position. I'm not lunging or bumping or stepping up or bending at my back. I'm making these controlled movements and I'm breathing, okay? And I'm coming out, okay? And again, use the line, do these all together, do these separately. But this right here, I can't tell you how valuable it is to use your body properly, okay? It's the first B in our 3 Bs, balance. And what this does is it helps you use your balance to hit your ball, to make a better contact, but also recognizing that when we shift our weight, when we step into the ball, it's a transfer of weight. That weight transfer makes it a lot easier to be hitting every single ball, but it's not natural. We've got to teach ourselves how to do that and use our body properly. In case you haven't noticed, there's a rooster in the background if you heard that, so I just want to point that out. Yes, we are on a farm. We have chickens and we have sheep, so I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, what I want to tell you, please try this. If you have any questions, of course, as always, send comments, make that work. Subscribe down below. Hopefully we're getting some new videos out soon. Do not be afraid to ask questions, whatever that is. We also have Sarah Ansbury Pickleball on Facebook, so we put a lot of stuff on there. But use the tools that are in front of you, okay? Good luck.